because if you're drawing something, we should remember the symbols. So if we are talking about, okay, so for process, we can use this oval shape, and in few diagram, the process may be defined like this also, like this, okay, in few cases. So both are correct, no problem for that. Usually we go for this, okay. And there would be database or store, which is usually represented by two parallel lines, or which is represented by an open rectangle, one side open and like this line, okay. Then we have data flow. Data flow means again the transitions, so a line with arrowhead. And we have external entity, that is a rectangle. So these are few symbols which we use to design the function model. Now let's take an example. If I want to draw the function model, for example, function model for maybe sales information, or maybe we can call it as selling a product. Okay, or maybe interaction or communication between customer and the sales manager. Okay, so maybe interaction between customer and sales manager. Okay, so let's see, we can call this diagram with different names depending on how we can know. And now we know that for external entity we use rectangles. So the entities here would be two things. One, we have a customer, okay, and what would be the sales manager or clerk, or maybe someone who is selling the product. Okay, so I'll just write maybe salesperson or sales manager, whichever is sales person. Now we are given, means we have been asked function model for sales information, how the sales process is going on, okay, or selling a product or interaction process, customer and sales information. Okay, now the main function, the main process involved between the customer and sales person would be sales or selling a product. Okay, so sales, other, see, now there can be possibilities, a customer asking for a product available, inquiry. Okay, we can ask for we can add a process for a customer is doing an inquiry whether the product is available or not. If the product is available, he would go and buy it. Okay, so I'll just draw the basic one, then we can elaborate the processes which can be involved in this. Okay, between the customer and the salesperson, there is a relation, not relation, there is a process that sales is going on, or we can call it as a sales processing. Okay, or I can call it as sales processing also, because that activity is going on. Now For if we go to the supermarket or any malls these days, the customer details are being recorded, some name or some id. So for carrying out this one, what would be the data flow? Okay, that would be customer detail. Okay, now if customer details are being given, okay, so sales processing, this process takes place. Okay, now person receives the information of the product, okay, in the form of the bill or a receipt or something. Now what is the role of this salesperson, how data flow would take place? He would maintain the detail of the product sold out. Okay, so he'll be sales details. Okay, now in this very few things we have used. The external entity we have used, this is the process, this is again the external entity, and this is the data flow arrow. Now we can make this diagram in different ways. We can use here database where the record can be maintained. Here we can add few more processes about the availability of product, about the availability of the items in quantity or not, that all things would be there. Okay, so now from your side, just try to draw this in the lucid chart or smart pro in whichever you feel like, and you can add more process. If you feel like more entities are required, you can add them, or you can have a database. I'll draw this one in this lucid chart, okay, and afterwards you people can elaborate it. So I have already opened the lucid chart in my panel. Okay, so the first one we want rectangles. Okay, so I'll take rectangles from here, I guess. Okay, this is the rectangle. Now you can see it's filled in black color, so I can select like this. I can erase, delete the name, and I can write customer. Okay, the same, instead of drag and drop, we can copy it also. We can have here sales person. What else we were having in this? Okay, the process was there. So from here we can use oval shape. Okay, like this, and again it is filled by default. So now you may ask that why we are using the symbol of use case. So the same symbols in different area have different meaning, so we can use it, so no problem for that. So it will have sales information. Okay, now we can draw connecting lines from it as the arrow is going towards this. So I'll be drawing from this side, and here like this, and I can write here that it was sales information. It was not information, it was processing, as the symbol signifies the process. So sales processing, and we'll have an arrow from here. We can directly draw it like this, and here we can have sales details. And okay, here I forgot, here we can write customer details. Now I guess all the things are. Now what is this all about? This is a function diagram. Function model, we can call it as function model we have drawn for sales or sales for selling a product maybe, or maybe sales information, just basic structure which we have drawn like this. And when we save this, we can use this diagram in our documentation. Now the task is for you. If you are using this software, this platform, it's okay. Otherwise, you can draw on the paper and you can show me if you can use more entities or more process, or if you want to use a database, how you can use it. You can get the symbol of database in data flow. You can see these two parallel lines are there. Okay, you can use this one, data store, or either you have this one also with you, so you can use this one. Any one of you can use. Okay. And okay, only these two symbols are valid for functional diagram, so we'll be using these two symbols only. So just try from your side and let me know you can make it or not. So I am not it is again lambda by 2, it is again lambda by 2 distance, it is again lambda by 2. So adjacent elements are great and it is and just try and let me know whether you can do it or not.
Ma'am, we have to make it now.
Yeah, is anybody is trying to draw this one? Please let me know. I just got disconnected due to some technical issue. Just elaborate it and let me know. Now see.
We have plotted the relation pattern for the four also produced elements in the previous class. Okay, so I will use that relation pattern which I have plotted in the previous class for the unit pattern. Okay, it may be useful for you to understand how the relation pattern
Okay, so students, I don't know why I'm getting disconnected again and again. There is some issue with my system. So just try to be in the session. Okay, so the question which I have given, the diagram which we have just drawn, just try to elaborate it and let me know whether you can modify it or not, whether you can have more processes, more entities and all. Just try it from your side and share with me.
Could you repeat the question?
I have already drawn, I have shown one diagram. Okay, wait, let me share. Actually, everything got shut down. Just give me a minute.
You can verbally say the question.
Okay. So we were working on functional diagram. Okay, so we have to draw the processes involved in it. So we were talking about a sales process or an interaction between the customer or the salesperson. So what all things would be required, how the data flow would be taking place. So I just took two external entities, that is the customer and the salesperson, and a single process which was involved was sales process, and the data flow was from customer to salesperson. Customer details were the data flow, and from the salesperson to the sales process was sales details, means he has to maintain the record of the products which has been sell out or which are being in demand or waiting Okay, and there was a data flow from a process, that is sales process, to the customer, that is sales information. Means the customer would get a receipt or maybe a message, the product which he has just bought, for how much price and what would, and the other manufacturing details. Okay, so these were the few things which we have drawn. Okay, only three symbols we have used, not three, yeah, three we can say: a rectangle for two entities, oval shape for sales process, and the data flow li- lines with arrowheads. Okay, now I have asked you to elaborate this function model, add few more process, like, as I said, a person can be looking for, or me he before finalizing the product, he would ask for which product is available or not. He would give a list of the products which he wanted to buy. Okay, so just add few more processes and data flows and share it with me, and then I'll give you one more question.
like payment and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
payment we can add, and I did not use the data warehouse database, the two parallel lines I did not use. That you can use, you can have a database where the record can be maintained. For example, if the customer is again and again visiting the shop, so he can have a ID, through that the information can be accessed, so that you can add. Okay, so just try it and let me know.
Mom, will the college reopen?
Yeah, students, really sorry. I don't know what, there is some technical issue, and again the same thing is happening. So just I hope you all would have heard, taken the instructions what I have given. Just draw it and share it with me.
Hello? 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 Everyone back and leave the meeting. Yeah. Everyone enter your follow numbers in the chat and leave the meeting.